Let's go live. It's time to go live again. And we're going to get ready here. We're just, I like that. There we go.
Financial objectives. This show is dedicated to helping you find a safe and simple approach to buying income.
And hello, South Florida, and hello, Real Estate America. Welcome to another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show all about the topic of real estate. My name is Eric Willner, and we are heard live 5 days a week. That's Monday through Friday, right here on WNN 1470 on the AM dial. It's an iHeart radio station, and we're also on 3 FM stations on FM dial 95.3, 96.9 FM, and 103.9 FM, all in the South Florida area. But like I said, with the iHeart radio, our borders are not there. You can also listen to us geographically free. All you have to do is go to our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. And you're going to want to remember that site because we're going to be giving out a number of different bits of information. And where you want to get that information is at automaticlandlord.com. You can also take us with you with one of the free apps like the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, or the Spreaker app. That's just to name a few, all of them free. All of them, all you have to do is search for WWNN Money Talk Radio 1470, and you'll hear me as crystal clear as you will on our website at automaticlandlord.com. So my name is Eric Willner, and like I said, it's time for another live worldwide edition of the Real Estate Show. And we are focusing on all things real estate, from the property management to the mortgages to you name it. If it's related to real estate in an election year, in the coronavirus, on the auction day, it really doesn't matter. If it brings the topic of real estate into the focus, then you can count on us talking about it. Now, Mondays, as you know, we kind of theme our radio program all around the business aspect of real estate. And we talk about sort of from the CEO's point of view, whether you're CEO of your house, the CEO of your real estate business. And we sort of set the agenda and we set the theme for the week on Mondays. This week, I asked, what is your accelerator? Because I'm telling you that I can feel the business picking up already. I can see the numbers. And in fact, on our Wednesdays, jumping 2 days forward, we have our midweek report. And you're going to hear me talk about a number of different really important articles talking about real estate. And I'm going to show you how the market is, in fact, accelerating. So we have a great show for you today, as we do each and every day. Again, Tuesdays, which is our tools, tips, and techniques. Yesterday, we talked about the accelerator matrix. And those of you who are interested in getting into the business of real estate as a real estate investor, then I offered a free 30-minute consultation. And if you're interested in talking to me, all you have to do is go to our website, again, automaticlandlord.com, click on the set an appointment, and you can pick the free 30-minute consultation, and you and I can have a strategy session. I can find out from where you're coming from in the real estate business. And I'll tell you that I probably have more clarity about where you can go in real estate than many people starting out. So that's a great opportunity to have a one-on-one, private, confidential, and complimentary, completely no strings attached conversation about real estate to find out, as the doctor says, if real estate's right for you. So I also want to say thank you to the sponsors that make the Real Estate Show possible. For sure, we have the Fistel Law Group, the Automatic Landlord Group. We have TimeToFixMyCredit.com, all of whom have a serious hand in making this show possible. And if you need anything from us or from them, you can always give us a call. A toll-free number to reach us is 888-595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. So here at the Real Estate Show, we put together really a true state-of-the-art, very easy to use back office solution for the real estate investor. And you can check that out again at automaticlandlord.com. And it's also a place where real estate investors come to for assistance, for management, for support for their quality income producing real estate. And so just want to remind you that this is a place also 5 days a week. If you're tired of overpaying for real estate courses and boot camps and workshops, just make this your regular stop. You're going to pick up more in these sessions, sort of a real estate seminar in a radio show, a daily dose of real estate. And you can get that all here absolutely for free. You remember, I always say that everybody is in real estate in one form or fashion. Think about it. You're either in real estate or you're on real estate. And the unfortunate truth about it, though, is that if you're in real estate, you own the properties. You benefit from the use, from the buildup in equity and the growth and value over time. You benefit from the cash flow from the rental properties and your tenants paying down mortgages for you. You get all the benefits that you get also from the tax code. When you're on real estate, i.e. a tenant or somebody who simply goes to work on real estate, one way or another, you're also helping to pay those people who are in real estate. So this show is an invitation for you to come over to this side, be in real estate, and that's another thing that you'll learn here every single day, no matter what it is. And looking at the news as we do on Wednesdays, the market could be considered stabilizing. Some people think that it's accelerating, whether it's adjusting, correcting, growing, or many of the other names. But one thing that you can say absolutely for sure, one thing is clear, is that the market has changed and that the market is changing, and it will change again. And we can dwell on all the little things that are going on and try to explain them in minute details and find out why they're taking place. Or you can look at things from a new angle, which is what we try to do here on the Real Estate Show, and figure out that there are new opportunities in every one of these changes. And that's what this show is really all about. So every day we select and we dissect the important real estate topics for you. And that's what we're going to do in today's show as well. Now, remember, we started off the show with the conversation about the accelerator. And we talked about that the pandemic, the great pandemic here, which I like to refer to as the great accelerator, because it didn't just accelerate disease or unemployment and a lot of the negative things that the media likes to focus on. It also accelerated us in technology. It accelerated us in medicine. It accelerated, I would say, the economy as a whole. And it put business ahead, being able to work. In fact, one of the headlines that I saw today, kind of interesting, that I think it was Dropbox is the latest Silicon Valley tech company to make remote work permanent. And there was another major company just a few weeks ago. I forget which one it was. But it was one of the big, Silicon Valley companies. And over, I'm hearing many more that are saying, I think Google was another one that said that they're going to make it permanent for at least 2 more years so that people could have certainty until schools normalize, until everything else. And they wanted to give their employees at least a certain amount of certainty. I know here in this household where another major company is now, first of all, acknowledging that they got better production out of their employees during the pandemic, better closings, month-end reporting, and all sorts of things as a result of employees being allowed to, not only shelter in place, but work in place. And that's having a profound effect on the real estate market. So let's talk about a couple of things, and I'm going to tell you that from a perspective of an accelerator, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to focus in the second half of our program on one aspect of this. But first of all, renters rush the suburbs, and this is going to be sort of the beginning of what this whole concept of acceleration is, because what it has done, it has made people focus more on the types of real estate that are more socially distanced, that allow more space and more freedom and the ability to make your home not only your place to shelter, but your place to work out, to learn, and so forth. And so now there's a greater need for more space. Maybe now, for a couple living in a house, they need two offices. They might need that extra space. And if you have kids, you're going to need not only their sleeping quarters, but depending on how many kids, you might need more class separated classrooms of kids of different ages and so forth. So you're going to see more about that. Here's an interesting headline also that you might not have thought about, but record high lumber costs. I mean, you see, if you go to any one of these home improvement places, the Home Depots, the Scotty's, the Lowe's, and some of these other ones, that they're busy. They are busy, and they're having record sales. If you look around neighborhoods where people have been hanging out for the last 7 months, more people's lawns look nicer. I've seen more roof replacements, driveway replacements, and all sorts of home improvement. So all sorts of home improvement things have been going out the door at record numbers, but it's putting a huge demand on construction. Plus, we're seeing developers, you've heard me talk about over the last several weeks, about developer sentiment and new builder, the new builder home index, which has been rising for the last several months, causing us to believe that even if there's going to be a short-term hiccup on the horizon, once they open up with the moratoriums and the the foreclosures are not going to be restricted. And we'll see how that gets loosely opened up. I don't think it's going to be all the floodgates are going to come all at once. I know the media would like you to believe that, and a lot of the people selling you courses would like you to believe that, but I just plain don't think that's what's going to happen. And so as a result, we've got this, very strong demand. A lot of it's coming still from the 2008 Great Recession. People finally getting their credit in order. People finally getting their jobs, and maybe they lost them and now they're getting them back. You're going to see that demand, not to mention, as I have pointed out quite a few times, the growing population of millennials that are at their peak buying years and growing in their financial strength. So, another one of the headlines, which we touch on, where Generation Z home shoppers want to buy. And it's very much along this track that I'm going to explain more in the second half. In fact, I'm going to dive a bit deeper into that. But another headline along the same things. Now you're going to see how I'm going to unpack this thing. But threats to first-time home buyers' path to home ownership. And as you've been hearing me drop little hints about, we have a very special path to home ownership, where I'm going to tell you how that no matter what your credit standing is, no matter what your income situation is, there is a path to home ownership. If you are both coachable and cooperative, stay tuned till the second half of this program, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, and about also our remaining workshops for the week, which is more real estate information for free, no charge, on top of our 5 shows this week. So don't touch that dial. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, hear a few words from our sponsors. My name is Eric Willner. I'm the host of the Real Estate Show, and I'll be right back. Hello, what's silent on me? Are you there? I show that I am still connected on On the studio software, I just do not hear anything. Dan? Technology rears its ugly head again. Let's see. Hello, hello. I'm going to stand by and hear. Meanwhile, hey, Brian, how are you? Nice to see you this evening. And how's it going out there in California? You guys still battling the fires, or is that mostly subsided now? Dan, I don't know if you could acknowledge me in some. There you go. It's coming back. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to The Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate, America's longest running daily radio show about real estate. And today and this week, we've been talking about the accelerators in the market and in the economy, and in particular, how it pertains to real estate. So, I've been giving you kind of a taste of some of the headlines. And, one of the things, sort of an overarching theme that I see, both in reality as well as in the headlines, everywhere they're talking about the urban flight, or the migration to the suburban areas. Even I was just looking here for on the power lunch here, how the coronavirus suburban migration is affecting the urban areas. And I wanted to talk about another area. We've been talking quite a bit about the whole eviction thing and everything. And it's going to be particularly important for tenants to make sure that they make good and leave well with their landlords, because what is particularly growing now, and especially in the suburban areas, is a huge demand growth for rental properties. Now, this is great news. It might not always be for great reasons, but this is great news for landlords. And basically, the pandemic, right, the great accelerator, is reversing a long preference by renters for urban locations. So instead, apartment rentals are surging in suburban markets nationwide. Renters are now in urban areas are showing a desire for larger spaces, like I was telling you in the first part of the program, and they're no longer tied down to a regular commute. Two big trends, right? And so as long as work from home policies, in many cases now becoming long-term, and even in some cases made permanent. And P.S., trust me, businesses are going to benefit from this, remote working, the new way to be able to employ people. All these factors have brought their hunt for an apartment out of city centers to be the main thing. And the Wall Street Journal was just writing an article about this. Renters seek more room and more outdoor space, right? Because one place that you can breathe and be more safe is in outdoor areas where you've got plenty of space. So, for example, searches in the suburban markets of Sacramento, California, Norfolk, Virginia, which is just south of Washington, and the Inland Empire of Southern California, near Los Angeles, increased from 3.2% to 4.6% in just one quarter. Now, these are huge numbers, by the way. They sound like not big numbers in terms of percentages, but when you think about the number of people in California, where there's over 40 million population, and you're seeing people flee the big cities, which are some of the biggest cities in the country, you can see what an impact. I say, it's like dropping not a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples, but throwing a giant rock into the pond and seeing what that happens to the outlying areas. So these markets that are close enough to cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., that allow people to be close enough to go into the office if they really need to, but far enough for them to be able to have more space. And the other big thing is for them to be able to save. Because when you get 40 minutes, an hour to 2 hours outside of the city, that is a tolerable commute once in a while, but it is also a tremendous, tremendous difference in cost. So for decades, millennials and empty nesters have shown a desire to live in city centers to benefit from the activities and the energy that often define these urban areas. Now, as a result, rents would increase in those locations. New apartment developments have sprung up all over the place in those areas. Now, watch what's going to happen. In fact, I was talking to somebody today who was doing sort of these live broadcasts. And he says, look, no matter where I go in New York City, look, there's a moving truck. Look, there's another moving truck. Look over there, there's another moving truck. And there was just tons. I mean, I would love to be in the moving business in New York City because you would have nonstop, you'd be backed up for weeks in terms of demand. But the greater affordability of suburban markets, and this is your opportunity to accelerate. If you're going to be looking for properties to invest in, no longer look close to the city areas, which people have traditionally, that's where the demand was, but take a 40 to 60 mile radius around those cities and pick those places. Now, we have a very special way that we instruct our clients and our students on how to pick. You've heard me talk about our city X-ray, which is a way for us to carefully measure the higher demand areas with the higher supply areas where we find a beautiful balance outside of the most picked over areas. And that's what I'm going to tell you that you have to do. And again, I offered the opportunity for you to, number one, call for your complimentary strategic planning session. I will show you your accelerator. All you have to do is contact us either on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Estate Show, or go to our website at Automatic Landlord and set that appointment up there. There's a button on both of those places where you can set up that complimentary, no cost, no obligation appointment. The next thing I'm going to do is invite you tomorrow. We have 2 workshops. That's right, 2. One at 2 p.m., which is going to be our accelerator workshop. This is one that was just added. And if you'd like to attend our accelerator workshop, it's going to be a free Zoom meeting. You can attend from wherever you want. And we're going to talk about our real estate concierge concept. If you're a landlord or if you're an investor, this is where you want to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. And all you have to do in order to register is go to my website at Automatic Landlord, and under the comment where you send me a message, just type in the 2 p.m. accelerator workshop, 2 p.m. accelerator workshop. And it's free, no cost, no obligation, no nothing. Tomorrow night, we've been talking about this for now over a week, our big roundtable. Now, BIG stands for the Business Insiders Group. Now, this is for businesses of all types. If you're interested in taking and accelerating your business, learning from other people, networking with other people, and learning how to take your business to the next level in spite of the pandemic, then tomorrow night at 8:30, right after we finish and wrap up tomorrow night's show, I'm going to jump off of this transmission and right into that Zoom meeting there. Again, it's free. All you have to do, go to automaticlandlord.com and then type in Big Roundtable, and I'll send you the link to that as well. Now, those are 2 great opportunities, and you're welcome to attend both of them if you like. They're both going to be completely different, and I promise you they'll both be very eye-opening. So that's what's available. Now, that's when you think about that, our radio show, the accelerator at 2 p.m., the big workshop at 8:30 p.m. And then we'll still have our Friday show where we're going to kind of wrap up everything that we've talked about here in this whole accelerator conversation the entire week here. All I can tell you, though, that as suburban rents are rising and as demand increases, this is a great opportunity right now to get started in a very interesting area of real estate. And this is how you can accelerate and have a fast takeoff in real estate investing. Anyway, the music's coming in. That means it's time for me to wrap up today's show. Hope you enjoyed these little nuggets of insights. Make sure you share this radio show with more people so that they can also get their access to this great information. A stronger real estate means a stronger economy. A stronger economy means a stronger country, and that's what we're looking for here. So that's it for today. This is Eric Willner, your host, signing off. Remember, drive safe, wash those hands, and make it an accelerated day. Bye-bye. Hey, Felipe. Today is a California day. Thank you, Dan. We'll wrap that up. Glad you joined us there, Felipe. Feel free to join us tomorrow. These are great. The 2 p.m. if you're available is an opportunity. And I'll give you guys the Zoom code right now. If you go to zoom.us and then you type in the Zoom code is 561-400-8892. That's 561-400-8892. And the password is right up here. The Real Estate Show is the Real Estate Show, all one word. And that'll be the same for both the Zoom meetings tomorrow. It'll be the same code, same password. And I will see you all then. Anyway, I will wrap it up right here. Simone just came. Boa noite. Simone from Boca Raton. And I'm going to wrap that up there. In fact, let me go ahead and first tie down the YouTube. It's kind of like a greenia. Today I just ordered or